As an Englishman, I was delighted when Donald Trump won the American election. Now, I know our countries have their differences. In England, cars drive on the left. In America, cars get Molotov cocktailed in Tesla showrooms. In the UK, homosexuality is deemed legal, whereas in America, they call it professional wrestling. In America, they measure everything in miles. But enough about their women's clothes sizes. Yes, Donald Trump promised to tackle wokeness and the lunacy of the Democrat open borders policy. And he's been highly effective at doing both. Trump is currently behaving like a nightclub bouncer. 1 in, 10,000 out. The only difference is when I get kicked out of my local nightclub, I didn't end up in a maximum security prison in El Salvador. I had to get the night bus home alone, which, to be fair, had a similar number of Hispanics with face tattoos. At least in prison, you don't have to listen to morons playing terrible music on their mobile phone. Trump, like all good nightclub bouncers who ward off sausage fests, is making sure that it's not just men getting in either. Unlike the Democrats, who at the end of their term didn't know what an illegal immigrant was, let alone a woman. Of course Trump knows what a woman is. He's had sex with millions of them. He's basically Russell Brand. If Russell understood the meaning of the word consent, Trump isn't a Nazi. But his testicles have produced enough blonde women to prop up the Aryan race for 1,000 years. Apart from Ivanka. I don't think the whole marrying a Jew would go down very well in the Nazi party. Or the Democrats, or Labour, or basically any current left-wing party. Sorry, not Jew. Zionist. My mistake. However, now he's been elected, I'm starting to realise that not only may I have backed the wrong horse, I've also realised that the horse has gotten into Elon's secret stash of breakfast ketamine and gone completely and utterly mental. It's currently going around kicking everyone square in the bollocks, and not just Leah Thomas and other record-breaking female athletes. And by everyone, I mean everyone. Anyone who has any type of investments has seen their value decline quicker than Douglas Murray's chances of being invited back on the Joe Rogan Experience. At this point, the dollar is worth so little that most Americans are now identifying as North Korean. The only difference being the average American has more in common size-wise with Kim Jong-un than Yeonmi Park. Honestly, at this point, I'm expecting to see Americans carting around worthless piles of dollar bills in gardeners' wheelbarrows. But they can't, because Trump's deported all the gardeners. Billionaires who back Trump are now begging him to think rationally and responsibly when it comes to the economy. But Trump isn't worried because he's just discovered a huge new resource full of oil, natural gas and forests. I think it's called Canada. Yeah, that's right. Trump is so unhinged that he's declared he wants to annex Canada. I'm going to repeat those words again. He wants to annex Canada. This is so demented, it makes Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez look sane. And she's a left-wing childless Latino woman. I've seen more stability at Fukushima. And now people are saying that Trump helped Canadian frontrunner Pierre Poilievre snatch defeat from the jaws of victory and elect new Liberal Canadian PM Mark Carney, which is the biggest political comeback since Trump got sand in his minge through a month-long tantrum and started that kerfuffle in January a few years back. Good times! Though I never did find that fur hat with the horns on it. But Trump shows no signs of backing down. Particularly now he's doing his favourite thing, which is pissing off the Chinese. But hey, we all love a feisty Asian. His whole presidency looks like one giant attempt to troll Xi Jinping. I'm half expecting him to tweet out a picture of Winnie the Pooh crying because he's found out that US tariffs have increased by 983%. And don't get me wrong, who doesn't love pissing off the Chinese? The accent alone makes it worth it. Imagine Xi calling up Trump furious because no one wants to buy his products anymore. It'd be like having an argument with your local takeaway and intentionally winding up the owner. Hello, this is Mr. Trump. Is this Xi Jinping's tasty CCP wings? Yeah, what you want? I'm charging you to deliver to me. It's going to cost you 245% of your order. But you've already ordered. I have 238 spring rolls in oven. We're paying too much. We've been ripped off for too long. We're not gonna pay. What are you talking about? You're a fool. You don't pay. You pay. We're not gonna order at your restaurant. We're gonna be ordering American takeouts from now on. We've eaten enough wet market pangolin, thank you. You order American food. American food no good. It's the best food, the greatest. Not my words. That's what they all say. We're gonna eat American chicken. Chicken tastes better with chlorine. You fat American piece of shit. You're a fool. Not only deliver food to other places. Do they make Diet Coke in China? No. Then we'll be fine. You're fired. But I can't help wondering where this is going to end. Because you can't keep antagonizing people. At some point, you're going to have to learn how to work with them. And I do realize that this is hypocritical coming from a man who started a channel called TRIGGERnometry. But even I draw the line at pissing off the Chinese Communist Party. I wouldn't even piss off the local Chinese restaurant because I want my spring rolls. All 238 of them. If you enjoyed this monologue, make sure to head over to my Substack where you'll find loads of content just like this. Also, I've got a book out on August 21st, Classroom Confidential. It's brilliant, even if I do say so myself. Link is also in the description. Make sure to pre-order now.